cracking? It's your boy Big Cab coming in with another live stream TNP reaction for you this morning. Give you some entertainment, give you some of this good old live stream entertainment that you've been fiending for, craving for. Let's do it, man. What's good with y'all? As you can see in my thumbnail, this is the situation that we're talking about right here. Let me kill it outside of Petsmart. See if we can get folks piled in here this morning. Have us a good old brutally honest discussion. Have us a good old brutally honest discussion here. Ladies and gents, boys, girls, ladies and gents, let's have us a good old discussion here. We are in the building. Ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna give it a little second, see if we can get folks tapped on in here.
We have new details on a woman's murder at a Dallas shopping that escalated from a courteous gesture to a violent confrontation.
I'm gonna give it a second, let y'all pile in here. We're gonna have a good discussion today. Come on in here, sit down. Let's have a conversation this morning. Let's talk about this tragic incident that happened in Dallas, Texas, at a Dallas, Texas Petsmart. We're gonna get to it, man. Let's have this daily bread, man. Let's come on in here, have this discussion. It's going viral online, so we gotta discuss it. Gotta get into it. Can't hide from things. Can't run from teachable moments. Learning lessons for the masses, learning how to have conflict resolution skills, learning how to diffuse situations that should not ever lead to violence and mayhem and degeneracy. We're going to try to root out the problem where Black folks are looked at as coons, jesters, hair hats, idiots, goddamn wildcat. We're trying to call out Black fatigue this morning. That's what we're going to do. We're going to call out Black fatigue. Just give me a second. I'm going to let some folks pile on in here. We're going to have this good old discussion about this 22-year-old woman that unalived a 40-something-year-old mother over holding the door for her at a PetSmart. If this is Boondocks, I don't know if any of y'all used to watch Boondocks growing up. If y'all ever watched Boondocks, this will be what I would call a nigger moment. But I think today, a lot of times we call it Black fatigue. We refer to incidences like this as casual Black fatigue. Hit that like button if you're piling on in here, man. We're going to have this good old discussion. A woman lost her life for nothing. For nothing. Because people cannot control their emotions, feelings, and actions. So we're going to have a discussion this morning. Just give me a second. I'm still lowering my eyes. Give me a second. I'm over here getting things together so we can get folks piled on in here. Getting ready for this good old discussion. Good old wakey. Good old wakey, eggs and bakey. Wake us up to a good old conversation this morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in here this morning, man. How you doing? How you doing? How you feeling? Hit that like button if you're coming on in here. Let's have a good old conversation this morning. Let's have a good old conversation this morning. Let's go on about our days, educated and more informed about how to deal with situations as they arise. We're gonna talk about this ignorant, chaotic situation that happened out of Dallas, Fort Worth, Dallas, Texas, a few days ago. A woman killed after argument over not saying thank you.
Steve Eager.
Heather Hayes, Fox Sports' Alex Boyer.
Murder at a Dallas shopping center that escalated from a courteous gesture to a violent confrontation. Good evening, I'm Steve Eager.
I'm Heather Hayes, Fox Sports' Alex Boyer, live with the details from arrest records. Alex.
Hey guys, and according to that arrest warrant affidavit, we now know that it was the victim who got mad at the suspect for not saying thank you after she held the door open for the suspect at an area business. Well, that ended up spilling over into another nearby business where the arguing continued. And then once they were outside, that is when that verbal altercation.
Okay, so as I read it before too, the lady who opened the door for the younger, it's an older lady. She was in her 40s. I don't exactly know her name. I'm going to have it. I got an article that I'm about to go over in a little bit and play that video. She was a lady over 40 with her daughter shopping at Petsmart. And she opened the door. She opened the door for the 22-year-old lady to come in and whatever. She opened the door being pleasant or, showing her a favor or whatever you want to call it. Open the door as a favor to folks, whatever. And apparently the 22-year-old did not say anything as far as for her opening. And the older lady took offense, said something to her. So that's how the whole thing instigated and started with the older lady having a issue with the fact that the younger lady did not acknowledge the fact that she opened the door for her. Boom.
Turned deadly.
The shooter was telling them, come outside, like, let's handle it outside, like, let's fight outside. And the mom and the daughter were kind of just, like, telling her to, like, go away.
This 27-year-old nurse who asked that we not use her name had just walked out of this Petsmart store located off West Wheatland Road in the southeast Oak Cliff area of Dallas Tuesday afternoon when she noticed two women, one with her 20-year-old daughter, arguing in the parking lot. Moments later, she...
Everybody knows Texas or has heard Oak Cliff is a highly black populated area of Texas. Actually, it's kind of affluent or a decent place too, from what I've heard.
Gunshots.
But the mom and daughter tried to, like, get in their car and, like, de-escalate the situation, but the lady wasn't having it. So they ended up turning to fight. And that's when the lady pulled out her gun and shot her.
Dallas police later identified the suspect as 22-year-old Kiona Hampton. She fled the scene in her car, but was arrested hours later.
So they ended up turning to fight. And then that's when the lady pulled out her gun and shot her.
Dallas police later...
That lady had no intentions of fighting her fair. She had every intention of taking her life. She just wanted to bait her to fight. Because why would you have a pistol on you during your fight? It makes no sense. Like that means like that was premeditated. She had the mindset. She wanted to take this other black lady down, in my opinion.
Identified the suspect as 22-year-old Kiona Hampton. She fled the scene in her car, but was arrested hours later with the help of surveillance video that captured her image, car, and license plate. The witness ran to help and put her training to work, performing CPR.
The daughter was next to the mom the whole time. She, it's hard because, the screaming of a child for her mother is never easy, and it's never going to leave my head.
The victim, identified as Cecilia Simpson, died at the hospital. All of this started on the other end of the center at Five Below as both the suspect and victim exited the store with something that might seem like a simple gesture of courtesy. According to the arrest warrant affidavit, Simpson got upset at Hampton for not thanking her for holding the door. It spiraled quickly from there. Hampton, who reportedly waved her...
Do you know how stupid and ignorant this sounds? Do you know how asinine, no common sense, no home training, just purely idiotic reasoning for this act of violence that transpired on these two black women in Texas, Dallas, Texas. This was so avoidable. It was just, it really is baffling. It's baffling. Like, I can't even come into words or really put formulate and put a good sentence or a good combination of words or reasoning together as to why would something as trivial as open a door, as petty, as minuscule as open a door, lead to someone losing their life and leaving off of earth, and the next person, the perpetrator, going to prison for the rest of her fucking life for them, or because she's a woman, she's probably not gonna go for the rest of her life, but for getting, she's gonna do some, for getting murder, charged with murder. You're gonna do some serious time over this. Like what mind state do you have to be in as a community to where this is just the, like, someone like this would even happen? Like, this is just pure ignorance at its finest. Like, and man, like, this is just so stupid. When I first saw this situation, man, this thing keep clicking off way too quick. Let's see what's up. This thing. This thing clicks off way too quickly. The fact that people would lose their life over something so just idiotic, petty, childlike, like it's childish. It's stupid. Somebody lost their life, and both sides have had. If you ask me, because you really don't know how people gonna operate in this world, man. Just like that lady that stabbed that lady that worked at Wendy's, that stabbed her coworker. Like, you really don't know how rap type people are in today's time. You know what I'm saying? So this older lady, if you don't want no smoke with people, I think it'd be cool to leave the door open and don't say shit to people. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that validates anything at all, but it's like that sass, that ignorance, that, you know, that just the mindset of a lot of these common day women of, you know, the women of today, where it's just that sass, that back talk, the attitude, that misery. It's like, you know, we can go without a lot of that, in my opinion. Like, just, and I know, like I said, she did not deserve to be assailed, fought, hit, or anything just because she caught an attitude with this girl for not saying thank you. But, like, you don't, like I seen a lot of people say in the comments, you don't open the door for folks if you're expecting to be thanked. Like, you don't do courteous things for people if that's what you expect, to be thanked. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at life. But yeah, man, this is just an act of ignorance and violence that should have been avoided.
Miranda writes, confirmed that she engaged in the verbal dispute, entering the Petsmart twice and continuing the argument, throwing a drink bottle at Simpson's car when she was about to leave and engaging in a physical altercation, adding that she took out her gun and shot Simpson, stating she was trying to get Simpson away from her. And again, the victim's daughter was a witness to all of it.
I've been trying not to cry, but just, like, you know, being in high school, like, my mom was such an important person during my lifetime, and she's the reason I became a nurse. My whole family is. Honestly, if I could just hug that daughter, like, I just feel so bad for her, and I just want her to know that I did everything I could. Those other people did everything they could.
And those other people included 2 other nurses who rotated in CPR. Meanwhile, I can tell you that Hampton remains at the Dallas County Jail and no bond has been set. Back to you.
All right, Alex Boyer, thank you.
Yeah, man. That was a funky situation. Let's look at this right here.
An arrest affidavit says
A woman was shot and killed outside of Dallas Petsmart Tuesday following argument started over the suspect not saying thank you for a held door. The victim, Cecilia Simpson, was shot multiple times after the dispute escalated into a physical fight in the parking lot. Police have arrested 22-year-old Kiana Zakuya Hampton, who was booked into the Dallas County Jail. A bond has not yet been set. What's up with these crazy ass names from all these black folks sometimes too, man? Zakuya, what the fuck kind of name is this for a goddamn hooligan? But yeah, man, a lot of us are getting black fatigue, and that's basically, I'm not gonna be on here too long. And you know how TMP gets, you know, we love to offend. TMP, we love to offend. We love to tap dance on that cognitive dissonance, man. You know what I'm saying? And we do it in a flippant but jovial behavior and manner. True Masculinity Podcast. Hit that like button if you're jumping on here. Please hit that like button. Subscribe, all of that. But here's the backstory. happened around 1 p.m. Blah blah blah. 41-year-old Cecilia Simpson shot multiple times, taken to the hospital where she died. 20-year-old daughter told the police she was in Five Below shopping center, walking out Five Below, picking the door. Can't even sit because I haven't done a thing for the door. So this is the shit that I just don't get right here. Simpson, they becoming like, this is the, I see, I'm gonna be honest, like this is the ratchetness of a lot of our women today. I'm just being honest. The ratchet and combativeness of a lot of black women today. I'm just being honest. That's matriarchy and the need to be right all the time, and pride and ego. Because at what point, it's like, it's just the pettiest shit in our community. Why did you have to catch an attitude over the fact that you open the door for this lady? I just like, because black people, we already on edge from ourselves and especially from outside of our community. But if we want to be honest, we treat ourselves with no dignity, no grace, no love, no respect, no honor. Let's be honest. Let's have a conversation here. Black folks, we treat each other wrong, dead wrong. All the times we don't give each other a pass, as they say. You know, that slang as far as that's called grace to me. I call that grace. We don't give each other a pass as much as we should. Nearly as much as we should. We don't give each other a pass. Like, man, like it's like, and then we notice the most small, slight sign of like being slighted or shaded, as a lot of folks say, shaded, disrespect, slighted, as I said, just feeling slighted or feeling like somebody is trying to. And back in the day, back in the 90s, when I grew up in the 89, well, I was born in 89, grew up in the 90s, they say dissed. When they feel dissed, it's like they cannot rationalize not checking or going at this person who I feel like disrespected me. It's like it's almost black culture to be combative or like to feel like you got to win every little battle you get into with folks, or feeling like you even have to battle at all, improve yourself with folks or check them. It's like I can't go to sleep at night if I feel like somebody got one up on me, as we say. And man, that ain't nothing to a person that's actually done the work and the knowledge. You know that ain't nothing but ego, pride, and the devil. I'm just telling you that's nothing but ego, pride, and the devil that will make you crash the fuck out on anybody really, but on your own kind, to give them no grace, cut them no slack. You know what I'm saying? To be disrespected at this young lady, 22-year-old lady, just because she didn't say thank you for letting her in Five Below. Like, we don't know what she could have been doing. She could have been on her phone. She could have been doing anything. Like just the fact that you would get upset about that, to me, tells me the type of ratchet ass bitch she even was. The victim. I don't care. Hey, TNP. That shows me right there. That shit was that lady is a bitch. Man, that's what I got from that whole situation. Like, hit that like button for me. Hit that like button. That is not the type of lady I would like to be around. A lady that would get upset to the fact that she has to say something to you just because you didn't say thank you to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like expectations, bro. Like, how can you put these type of expectations on people? Like, I don't know. I don't give charity. I don't do acts of kindness hoping to get a reward from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. That's just who I am as a man. And I feel like most people should live that way and stop putting these expectations on people to, acquiesce or do with the things you want them to do. You're always going to be let down. Expectations lead to let down. You can't tell this young lady to do. Like, she could be on her phone. She could have been broke up with somebody. She could have had going through relationship problems. Her car could be breaking down. Like, man, she could be late on her bills. Like, man, she could just be to herself. Like, she could just be going through depression. Obviously, if she felt the need to bait you to the fact to fight you, to shoot your ass, throwing cans, all this shit. Like, this is an ignorant, young, as some of yours say, this is a beastie 1000. A BT 1000 right here. Like, this is the common suspect. She probably would, like, she's probably, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, what would make you even get to the fact where you unalive and shoot a lady over disrespect anyway? That's just like, it's stupid. It's like, what a waste of life. What a waste of life, man, on both sides. On both sides. But this 22-year-old, man, she cannot have much intellectual ability. Just if that's the first thing she thought to jump to was to become violent just because she was disrespected. So, yeah, like I said, right now I'm gonna break it down as far as we're gonna get to this lady right here. Right now, I'm on this lady still a little bit as far as what I feel like she could have done better in this whole situation. Because you got to have de-escalate. Well, her situation isn't even de-escalation skills, but I guess it would be because she got out of pocket or felt flustered to the fact that she wasn't given a thank you, a courtesy thank you or whatever for opening the door. So boom, me, I feel like that's the most ignorant shit ever. Don't do acts of kindness if you expect somebody to kiss your ass and thank you. Who are you? Are you so insecure and without being hugged and so insecure that you need somebody else's validation and courtesy back? Like, just don't open the door then if you're like being whatever for somebody courteous to the next person or do a favor. Fuck them. Like, don't open the door. Like, if you expect things, like, I just don't like people like that. That's just me. Me personally, I just do not rock with people like that, man. Like, it's like you're a complete stranger, man. Like, you started a whole conflict. You're the older lady in this whole situation. You're almost 20 years older than this lady. And then if it comes out that you like, and I understand because I know, bruh, people be like this and they think that's nothing. But to me, I think that's something. People be out here with a stank ass attitude on permanent PMS out here because they lives suck. They single mamas, niggas don't love them. Like, bro, I don't seen this story over and over again in life. You know what I'm saying? Over and over again. Whereas like these type of women, Cecilia Simpson, like these women like her. I see these type of women all the time. Hey, look at this. Colorful weave in their head, bull ring. What do I say about that bull ring? We talking about that bull ring for the longest. Bro, these women, and unfortunately, I mean, you're in the beautiful state of Texas too, you know what I'm saying? But they don't get a lot of love. Like, they get fucked. But they don't get a lot of love and respect from the black community, unfortunately. So it's like they be on ultimate angry auntie because they like 41, their lives is basically over. I'm just being honest. As far as like relationship wise, you're basically burnt out. Not your natural life, but I'm talking about as far as your relationship and like fun at 40 is kind of like, sitting on the couch drinking wine, maybe taking a trip to Mexico. You would like to have been booed up and have somebody actually gives a fuck about you by 41. And I feel like most women would, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't want to be like so insecure with yourself that you angry at this young lady just because she didn't open the door for, because she didn't thank you. Like, that's petty. That's petty. Like, you not being a leader, you're not being an elder, you're being childish. Let's be like, we got to be honest and call a spade a spade. If this situation is what happened and this is how the whole conflict started, now like I said, I'm gonna get to the perpetrator, the shooter. I'm gonna get to her. The 22-year-old. I'm gonna get to her. But let's talk about this 41-year-old who had a high school daughter there, a 20-year-old daughter there, I think they said. So the daughter that was there was 20. The girl that shot her was 22. So this is a young lady that's your daughter's age, basically, almost. That you could have been her mother, and your first reaction is to be the combative, argumentative, sassy black woman to her. You know what I'm saying? And try to berate her because she didn't kiss your ass for opening up a door. Like, this is what I would say to her: get over yourself. Like, so, like, until the black community wants to have these conversations and be real about what's actually transpiring out in these streets and why people's mental psyche is really fucked up out here. Like, we really not gonna get nowhere until we start having these conversations like we have on True Masculinity Podcast. So that's why I do what I do, because people won't ever try to break this thing down the way I'm doing it right now. What they'll do is they'll blame the 22-year-old girl for being ignorant, wrong, and stupid, which I will too. But we have to get to we really got to hypothesize and question and get and understand how this whole thing unfoiled the way it did. Like, because it's like, man, it's looking bad. It's looking bad for us right now. It's looking real, real bad for us right now, man. As far as just like, we're in the blackest city, they over in Texas at I forgot what they call that place. I can't think of right now. But they're one of the blackest neighborhoods in Texas. Supposed to be black excellence in that area. And they just over here fighting over nothing. Death over nothing. They plastering this shit all over the internet. You know how they do out here in America. So y'all become the poster child of nigger moments and ignorance for the time, because they love this propaganda. They love to spew out this ignorance nigger propaganda on us anytime they can, and y'all validated it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, look at the bull ring, look at the red color hair, look at her trying to show what she does have, probably, which is them titties, got the titties pressed up with the cleavage out. Let's be honest here, man. BBW big back. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying in life, it's not surprising to me that this lady had an attitude. That's all I'm saying. When I look at her picture, it's not surprising to me that this lady would have an attitude. This lady would try to, because I seen it all the time in the black community. Like I say this all the time. Black women hate black women, and I feel like a lot of times people hate black people for real. But black women are very envious of each other, man. They don't like it's like another woman shine. A lot of men are the same way. It's like looking at another person shine. It's kind of like they feel like it detracts from them. They want to, you know what I'm saying, throw chinks and trying to find chinks in their armor and shit like that. But it's like, it's funny how life is. Like the older women do be trying to hate on the younger women a lot of times. You know, especially if you see something in them, you know what I'm saying? Or you just want to like you said, bully them in a way. It's like, just keep your mouth shut, man. If you don't want to open the door, don't open it for the next person. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? You don't open the door, don't open the door. And if you do open the door, no, because that's the thing you should do. Just know that people don't owe you anything. That's what I would say. If you do want to be kind and open the door for people, just know they don't owe you anything. You know, and that would be my message to anybody looking right now. Hit that like button for me. Would be like, if somebody does something for you in an act of kindness, don't look for something in return, because that's no longer an act of kindness in my opinion. In my opinion, now it becomes conditional, and you've put stipulations on this act of kindness, so it's no longer an act of kindness in my opinion. It's more so for clout. Are you seeking validation or a hug? In my opinion, you're seeking somebody to say thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because life doesn't give you enough validation and hugs. So you want somebody to give you a validation and hug for something that you do for them nicely, and to me that's weird. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's called, contrived. You know, that's what it's called. Look it up if you don't understand that. It's contrived and very forced, and you know, it's just I don't agree with people like that. It's just me. Hit that like button. Hit that like button and subscribe. True Masculinity Podcast. But yeah, that would be my whole analysis of this lady right here, Mrs. Cecilia Simpson. R.I.P. to her. But I feel like at 41 years old, you shouldn't be out here telling 22-year-old girls, "Excuse me, all this." You gonna say thank you? Any of that shit, bro. Any of that sassy ass bullshit. You're supposed to be a leader at 41 years old, man. Like you're supposed to be one of the elders. Like compared to this lady you got into this altercation with, you're supposed to be an elder. You're almost a dub older than this lady. You're 19 years. You're almost 20 years older than her. Why is she the one? Why is she unaliving you? Why are you causing conflict and chaos to this whole different generation that you don't even understand and know? Why do you think this lady is your daughter and she owes you some type of respect or thank you and all whatever the hell it was? See, and that's the older generation. That's that entitlement that a lot of this older generation has sometimes too. Like they feel like this younger lady is her daughter or something. Like, and they be trying to like, we call it sunning for men that do that shit, but they be trying to sun them or you know what I'm saying? We still gonna call it sunning. Like some of these women be trying to sun these little girls. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like she don't owe you no respect. But that's just my opinion. Let's see. And for this lady, let's get to her. Man. Let's get to it. Her actions were probably obviously provoked. You know, very, very much so provoked. But in my opinion, she instigated it. I mean, not instigated, but she whatever way she felt disrespected, she set it up to where she could unalive that lady. In my opinion, this lady set it up like that way. If she already had the gun ready, she threw the stuff at the girl. She basically instigated her to fight, because you know, if somebody throws a bottle at your car, that's probably going to be one thing that makes you want to get out and fight. They said the daughter and the mother were trying to get away, get in the car, and then the girl was obviously mad, walked them down and arguing in the store over the disrespect and over the initial disrespect. But we know these young girls, man, these young Miamis, these, you know what I'm saying, sexy red ass, head ass bitches and shit, man. We know they don't have no, you know, conflict resolution skills at all. You know, they go from 0 to 100 because they're used to that TikTok, that viral moment, and they trying to, you know, be remembered online forever. If you're being honest, a lot of these women, that's what they do. A lot of these women, they think like life is GTA or some shit. You know, our life is some damn TikTok, Tubi, fucking straight to Netflix, straight to Tubi movie, ghetto ass story and shit. And I don't understand it, to be honest. Like why even, like you threw the bottle at this lady car so you could get her to fight just to shoot her. You know what I'm saying? Like what, you know what I'm saying? What is she, a gangster princess or some shit? Like, why is this bitch ready to blast on the bitch? You know what I'm saying? 22 years old, you over here toting the helmet, ready to blast a motherfucker. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I really do not get that shit. Like you, if you instigated her, just short, shoot the fade and have a square one, have a fair one. Like, why does it go to you shooting her? Like, shooting her 3 times, I don't get it, and taking her life. That's the one thing I just do not get. Like, you're the one that instigated it. As far as we all could have walked away. So like I said, I could have got to her part. So just because this is how conflict resolution starts. As far as the next generation of Kiana Hamptons in this world, just because somebody meets you with disrespect does not mean you have to rebuttal that disrespect with disrespect. I seen a lot of people say you can't clean shit with shit. You can't clean mud with mud. You know what I'm saying? Et cetera, et cetera. So it's like, just because somebody meets you with conflict, this is a 10P learning moment right here, folks. Just because somebody hits you with conflict does not mean you have to return that same energy to them. And this is a learning and teachable moment that can help folks to avoid nigger moments of chaos and stupidity, where and that's just straight up and down. Like, if you can learn that every moment or every bad moment does not need to be met with fury and anger as well, just because somebody meets you with that. That is how you diffuse situations. That's how you diffuse situations. Because if 9 times out of 10, if you meet them with the same energy, something bad is going to happen, whether it be a fight or a situation like this. It's going to be chaotic. So once you let that, as you learn, you let that attitude, as they say, let that attitude blow by. It's a whole different situation a lot of times when you don't meet people with their same energy or meet the devil with the devil. It's like it allows them to just kind of be embarrassed or ashamed of their energy and attitude that they're lit, or really let them feel their own energy and see that they're not going to be met with that. I call it a hug, with that hug or with that validation, or with that want to be, that you want the attention, that tension that they're seeking. That's all the time they're doing. A lot of times, a lot of it is just attention seeking. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest. It's like, so if you don't match that energy, you let it. Hey, you got it. Keep walking. That kind of kills it. But a lot of black folks don't know that energy. We do not know how. We don't have that skill set. We do not have that skill set within us to want to let that ego is just too high. We don't want to let the other party win. We want to, get no grace, as I said. But yeah, like this lady, when you're met with disrespect, that does not mean that you double it. You know what I'm saying? You met with 10, that don't mean you put 100 on 10. Like, you double down on shit. Sometimes it's best to walk away. It's best to walk away when you met with disrespect. The best thing to do sometimes is walk away, man. Like, real talk. Like, let that person have it, walk away. Like, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, especially in this lady's situation where she knew she instigated it, the other lady, by even saying something to her. But yeah, it's a wild situation, man, out here in Texas. So long story short, I feel like this lady, like they said, she ran up on her and shot her.
A woman was shot and killed outside a Dallas Petsmart after getting upset at a woman for not saying thank you.
Court documents say the victim, Cecilia Simpson, was shot several times after the dispute escalated into a parking lot fight. Peyton Yeager has more on the story tonight.
The family of 41-year-old Cecilia Simpson sent Fox 4 News these photos of the Duncanville mother of two. Friends and old classmates from Duncanville ISD also mourning the loss. According to an arrest warrant affidavit, Simpson was shot and killed after becoming upset because a woman she held the door open for didn't say thank you. The argument started at the store Five Below Tuesday and then spilled over to the Petsmart in the same South Oak Cliff shopping center off Wheatland Road. Investigators say 22-year-old Kiana Hampton followed Simpson and her daughter into the Petsmart. Employees there asked them to leave.
The screaming first caught my.
Fox 4 spoke to a 27-year-old ER nurse who walked out of the Petsmart as the two women were arguing in the parking lot.
The lady who was the shooter was still instigating, I guess, an argument or a fight or something.
I'm telling you, you really don't know what people are thinking. And that's why, like I said, you can't even really deal with people like that, man. Especially not in today's society, bro. Because people are crazy out here. They don't owe you no love. Like, you could have thought, she probably thought she simply was going to check this girl for not opening the door and that was going to be it. But she didn't know this girl could have mental problems. And obviously did. She obviously had some type of mental problems, man. Like, this lady could have mental problems, and she started following you from one store to the next, still trying to instigate and start up this whole fight so she could end your life ultimately, because she wanted you to fight and she already had a gun on her. She wanted her to fight her because she knew she had the gun on her. This, in my opinion, this is a premeditated. After she instigated it, threw the shit at the car when she's trying to pull off with her daughter. We already know that's the one thing, unfortunately, that can trigger most black people is destruction of they doing something. Destruction of property is one thing that can cause black people to crash out for sure. I guess because the fact that we don't really always have the money to repair it, or we think that's the first thing we thinking about is, oh, my insurance, or who gonna repair this shit, and you be upset. Understandably so. But destruction of damage is one of the first things that can probably make people out of character in the black community for some reason. I really don't understand it, but yeah, that's something I noticed. It's correlated to that. Like, you see it all the time. You know what I'm saying? You do something to somebody's property or car, they be ready to fight. As far as on videos and shit like that I've seen. But it's like, yeah. It's like, that's the one thing that probably could trigger somebody that is doing what they do, that's trying to diffuse it, trying to get away from the situation. As far as a black person, that's one thing you could bait them into probably coming out of character is kicking their car, like she's trying to pull off with her daughter and she threw a fucking bottle at her car. That's going to make anybody, as far as that still doesn't have good conflict resolution skills or control of their emotions or attitudes and reactions and things like that, and their don't have control of your actions. People like that, that's gonna make them draw them out of into their animalistic mindset and want to fight. In my opinion, especially black people, unfortunately, bro. It's like I said, somebody fuck up your shoes, your sneakers, your phone, your something, you're ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? You don't look at it like it's material shit. You look at it like disrespect. Somebody done broke your shit. How much I'm gonna have to pay for it to fix it? Blase, blase, blase. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not thinking well. So she threw the bottle out of the car and she got out and shot her. So she got out. They scrapped a little bit. She pulled out the gun, shot her. So yeah, man, just ignorance at its finest, man. So I feel like the young lady definitely baited her by, like I said, walking into the store, following her. She baited her into getting into a fisticuff situation with her just so she could shoot her. In my opinion, that's just my 2 cents. Because how you fighting somebody and then you got a gun on you and you shoot them, like, come on, bro. Like, and you the one instigating. If you're gonna fight them. Why you got a gun on you? If the lady gonna fight, why you walking behind them? You just, like I said, you don't know how mentally insane people might be. So that's why I'm an advocate for the older lady to shut the hell up. And then anybody else, just shut up. And stop being disrespectful. Stop the black sass. Stop the shit. Stop the ignorance. Stop trying to stop folks, disrespect them. Like, man, if you can open the door, and keep it moving, keep it pushing. Because now you don't mess with a mentally deranged person that had a weapon on them.
But the mom and daughter tried to get in the car and de-escalate the situation, but the lady wasn't having it.
According to the affidavit, Hampton later confirmed to detectives she engaged in the verbal dispute, entering the Petsmart twice and continuing the argument, throwing the drink bottle at Simpson's car when she was about to leave and engaging in a physical altercation with her.
Tell you that drink bottle will set it off. You fuck up somebody's car. You see it all the time online. If you hit somebody's car, kick somebody's car, that's really the thing to get people to come out the car and fight. It's the weirdest shit ever, man. When people try to, me personally, my life ain't in danger. Fuck this vehicle. I'm going to call the cops probably, but nigga, I ain't about to be out here fighting over no damn vehicle because somebody trying to, incite me and say, I'm out and enrage me and things like that. And I'm not doing it. But that's how somebody pull you to be petty. I see if they struck me when I'm walking through the car or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They struck me, that's different. Then we're going to get to it. But you striking my vehicle, probably just going to call the cops and try to get you arrested, to be honest with you. Try to get your name and your issue and get some insurance money from you and stuff like that. Go get you thrown in jail. That's probably what I would do. I'm just not that petty. I'm not going to shoot nobody over a fucking vehicle, and I'm not going to fight nobody over no fucking vehicle. So a lot of times you see people shoot people over fucking vehicles and property, bro. Just being honest, man. Hit that like button. A lot of times you see, that's why I say people are real, covetous of materialistic things in the black. A lot of times, like that shit really trigger folks. Like if you destroy people with material shit, they can't control it. Because I guess we are people that were, just not used to having material things for so long. Just to have it, we covet it too much, and it's attached too much to our hearts. I've heard crazy shit happen over just breaking material things, and material things in general. That's just facts. But it's just stupid. It's asinine right here, man.
That's when police say Hampton pulled out a gun and shot Simpson 3 times. Multiple nurses rushed to perform CPR. Simpson's daughter by her mom's side, while also on the phone with 911.
If I could just hug that daughter, I just feel so bad for her, and I just want her to know that I did everything I could. Those other people did everything they could.
Now, Suspect Hampton remains here at the Dallas County Jail. She does face a murder charge. Yesterday, police say the suspect did take off in her own vehicle. She was later arrested. Surveillance video from that shopping center captured the shooting itself and also the suspect's license plate. Steve?
All right, this is Peyton Yeager reporting live in Dallas.
But yeah, they love to play black ignorance. I ain't gonna say, but yeah, they love to plaster the black ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. They love to plaster the black ignorance everywhere online. Why am I seeing this? You know what I'm saying? Why am I just seeing this black trauma porn come on my timeline and my algorithm? You know what I'm saying? So they love to point out black trauma porn at all times in America. So it's just sad when you see pointless, stupid things like this transpire. And this girl, she don't really seem all the way there either. Like, look at her, liberal, earrings, sucking on the top lip. She does not really seem all that rap tight, if I'm gonna say so myself too. I'm just being honest. Like this does not look like an individual that's wrapped all the way tight. Her hair looks a damn mess. Like she's staring off. Like her gaze looks deranged. She's not even staring off into nothingness. Like she's not staring at the camera. She's just staring the fuck off. Like that lady picked the argument with the wrong BW. BT 1000 this morning or this day. That Tuesday of this month. Last Tuesday. She picked the wrong BT 1000 to try to check and think she gonna little girl this motherfucker right here, and she was not with the shits. I'm telling you, and a lot of folks in this generation, they not with the shits. They not with the shits. This Gen Z generation, they are not with the shits at all, bro. They're not with shits. They're ready to crash out. They got a Glock. They don't got one of their 50 boyfriends. They don't stole from one of their 50 boyfriends, and they ride around with a Glock 40 from one of their stolen boyfriends with a switch on it. Nah, let me stop. But these hoes is ratchet. These hoes is ratchet, man. I heard Dallas, Texas, boy, these hoes is ratchet sometimes, man. Yeah, you don't know what these women are going through. So she lost it. She upped it. She enticed her to fight. She instigated her to fight, provoked her, whatever you call it. Got her to fight, fought a little bit and shot her ass, killed her, unalived her. Seems like, to me, that seems premeditated, as far as the following her into the other store from the Five Below to the Petsmart, the instigating her, walking to her car, throwing drinks. She wanted this girl to start up so she felt like she'd be validated in shooting her, in my opinion. It's a clear-cut case for this lawyer. You know what I'm saying? As far as the cameras, they're going to see her walking, following them, doing all that. Because, like I said, everybody doesn't have the conflict resolution skills that you should have. Even the lady that got unalived doesn't have conflict resolution skills. Because if she did, she would not have provoked or said anything to this young lady. She should have kept it fucking pushing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you don't want to say nothing, open the door, Five Below? Okay. Have a good day. Like, whatever. But you don't know how rap tight people are in this world and what they're willing to crash out for. This lady must not have had much to live for. So it's like, hey, people gonna learn, man. She's 22 years old. She might have already given up on life. She don't got no kids, daughters and stuff that she's living for and doing things for and going to the store for maybe. Maybe she don't have much to live for, man. So it's like black folks, we just got to learn to leave each other alone and live in harmony and peace, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the best thing we can do is leave people alone, leave ourselves alone. So that's what I say all the time. Black people, we gotta leave each other alone, man. As far as separate, get on your mission. I say this all the time. Get on your mission, get on your job, separate. That we don't need to have all this chatty pattiness and all these conversations with each other, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Unless it's showing pleasantries. Hey, the door open should have been a pleasantry that you're showing as just your respect, but it turns into disrespect. It turns into violence. So it's like we can't handle things like this properly. Let's not even open the door for each other. Let's just avoid each other, man. That's what I said. Let's avoid one another. Because I'm tired of the nigger moment situation like this coming out with these hair hat hooligans. I'm getting black fatigue every day. Seeing stupid stuff like this hit my airways, man, and even more repulsive things hit my airways. But it's TNP, man. We about to get to it, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in for me this morning on this little live stream, man. Thank you, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to True Masculinity Podcast. But yeah, it's just my opinion that things like this is very avoidable, very ignorant, very stupid. It's just more propaganda for them to put out there and plaster out there for us to look like an ignorant, out of control, over emotional bunch of mama raised, mama led, ignorant Sambo idiots, hair hat hooligans out here, man, committing these acts of black fatigue out here and black violence for nothing, losing numbers for nothing. And now we got two women that gone. Two women gone, daughter out here, she's got herself, whatever situation she may have. Like, man, that's a sad situation right there. Don't know how she might have to, provide for herself at this point in her life. She's gone. She's gonna do some time right here. Lady gonna get out when she's probably in her 30s, 40s, maybe even 50s. It's just ignorance at its finest. We got 2 melanated people gone, 1 for life and 1 incarcerated. So this is exactly this is what they want for you, and you make it too easy, all too easy. This is the life they want for a lot of these people out here, man. Like this is and we play right into the facts. So yeah, man, it's something just to think about, man. We got to get through it, keep pushing the TNP way, man. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave some comments, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in with me this morning, man. But we got to get through this ignorance and keep on pushing.